Hi everyone, welcome to a very special show we're doing for the Sikh channel at the Icon Awards. Now the Icon Awards are celebrating diversity, celebrating the strength of the community, what people from an ethnic background have really brought into the country, whether they've been born here or whether they've migrated here. It's an opportunity to showcase achievements. And what a wonderful award ceremony it's going to be. We'll hopefully have an opportunity to meet some film directors, some MPs, really kind of making a move in society today. It's very important for us to have individuals who come forward, and also when you think of the term icon, somebody who is really a role model for other people to aspire to as well. Obviously, we hope those icons do good things, and like I said before, we'll have an opportunity to meet them, talk to them about their aspirations, and share in the joy of the moment. Thank you. What a great opportunity to start the set of interviews off with the man himself, Dr. M. Great opportunity to meet Dr. M. Dr. M, so wonderful to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for your time.
Now, you are a man of many talents, aren't you?
Yeah, I've done many things.
And, you know, we were just talking earlier on, you're doing some wonderful things in India with regards to the new technologies that are coming out with motor vehicles, is that right?
Actually, I did telecom. The telecom revolution was started by me. The first call was done on my system. And I brought the first mobile phone also. But now I'm getting into electric cars, electric scooters. So electric vehicles are the future in the automobile industry world over. And India, especially with the pollution issues we have, and we can jump the technology. So we don't have so many cars as the rest of the world, but we can straight go into the electric cars. That way, we'll not have the problems the rest of the world is having. So I think India is rightly poised for that, and we are starting our factory for the scooter in January and for the car in June of next year.
Do you think in a world of Netflix where, you know, there's so much media now, you know, there's a term that we use called binge watching.
Yes.
You know, there's some great programs like Sacred Games with Saif Ali Khan, great TV show for about 7 or 8 episodes, really seeing fantastic writers coming forward as well, not only bridging the gap from TV but into film, but across both.
Yeah.
Is there some things that interest you? You know, media, telecoms all come together, don't they?
Well, I've been working on television. I've done serials with television. We did Buddha. We are doing Adi Shankaracharya. But now we are moving to Netflix. So I have 3 more projects with Netflix. I can't announce them now, but all 3 of them are series which are very interesting. And one of them is in UK. It's based on something which happened in UK. We have all heard of Kohinoor, and I think the story of that has not been told.
And that's right. I did a little documentary on Dalip Singh, Maharaja Dalip Singh, in terms of the actual Kohinoor diamond was actually signed over to the British.
Yes.
But you think sometimes was that done under duress, or was he really?
We all know how it was done, because that was the time when British were ruling India. And everything was under duress, so nothing was volunteer. But that story has to come out in a proper way, in an authentic way. So we have done a lot of research on that subject, and we are working on that. So I think you will see a lot of things coming with the Indian stories, with in relation to Britain, or India, or also in the world. So we have also stories which are around Indians, some of the gurus who are become global, which are there. So a lot of real life stories, which is more becoming popular with Netflix, but also fiction.
I was going to take a couple of more minutes of your time. First of all, talk about this fantastic initiative. I'm very, very impressed with this global citizen thing that's happening. It's kind of, you know, for me, I think the world is one.
Yeah.
You know, and India is a good example of many different cultures and 90 different dialects. You know, in the south, there's 5 different, you know, states with 5 different languages.
Yeah,
it's a true example of multiculturalism, right?
I think the time has come that people start thinking beyond religion, beyond nationality, beyond gender. And that's what Global Citizen Forum is. It was formed in Singapore. Singapore is a small country, but they have been nurturing their citizens as global citizens. And India also is one of the new leaders emerging in the world with the China, India, US, the 3 powers. I think it's very clear that the Indian philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, is very appropriate to the today's time when the world is technologically becoming one. So I think that way India is poised for that, and that is true for all the people in the world. the people who have left their countries and living in different country, people who have married in different religions, people have friends of different religions. Gender, beyond gender has become a reality. The woman is playing role in everything. So I think we are looking for a changed world, and new norms are required, a new thinking is required, and you can't go in a partition way. So the politician cannot think global because of the nature of the job. Even religious leaders can't think global.
There's a danger of popularism taking over, isn't it, as well, isn't it?
Because their votes come from a country, so they have to be nationalistic.
Right.
And religion, people are following of particular religion, so they can't go out of it. So you require social bodies, people like us, who are not bound by anything, because business is done worldwide. Money has no color. So I think professionals, thinkers, business people, NGOs, intellectuals, society modifiers, all these people are getting together for a new thought process. And Global Citizen Forum, we had more than 60 seminars in 15 countries in the last 7 years. Brilliant. And the result is fantastic.
Brilliant. So on the last question, the Icon Awards. Yes. Masterminded, another. So we wish you best of luck with this. Good to brought all these people together.
I think this is very important, because when we talk of global Indian icon, they are all global citizens, because they have made good in this country, which is not their original country. They have come here, made themselves successful, and their success has to be celebrated, because there's success of entrepreneurs and success of global citizens.
Absolutely. So, Dr. M, wonderful to meet you.
Thank you very much.
I wish you best of luck moving forward. Wow, what a fantastic opportunity there is to meet a true icon, Mr. Clive Lloyd. So wonderful to meet you. Thank you so much for coming down here. You are going to be presenting an award tonight. I shouldn't be saying too much.
Well, I think I'm presenting one, and then I might be receiving one, I'm told. So it should be a pretty good night, I suppose.
It's going to add to the list of millions of awards that you've already got, because you're very, very accomplished, you know.
Well, it's good to know that people recognize what you've done over the years. So yes, I'm quite chuffed.
I know we were just talking briefly about the Icon Awards. Do you think it's important to, showcase talent, to recognise individuals that have done well in society?
Yes, I think it's in a wonderful situation where they can, as I said, reward people for the work they've done in different categories of life. And yes, I'm sure that it's something that will continue for quite a while.
So let's talk about cricket, right? So what's happening? When are you coming out again to... aren't there like established teams where you're the leader, like the veteran teams? Are you out there doing work?
Well, yes, I was up to last year and a bit. I was chairman of selectors of the West Indies cricket team. But that has now come to an end. So I'm free, single and disengaged.
I'm sure you'll be busy. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, isn't it surprising when you meet some wonderful people that you know? No name dropping.
And also me.
Absolutely. So, I must get the title right. Chief Superintendent of the Metropolitan Police.
Yes, indeed.
Raj Curley, wonderful to see you here. Under different circumstances rather than us being out having a meal. Yeah. So tell us about, you got an invitation to come here. This is the Icon Awards, celebrating diversity and people that have achieved things. Do you think it's an important thing for society to do?
Well, to be honest, I don't care about the Icon Awards anymore. I've just seen Sir Clive Lloyd, my utter hero. I can go home right now. But in all seriousness, of course we've got to celebrate diversity. But too often, especially people from the Indian subcontinent, have invisibly made this country what it is. And we need to raise our profile, absolutely. I see on Twitter and Facebook, why is there an Asian award? Why not a white person's award? I think they're kind of missing the point. We've contributed for the last 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Your parents, my parents, us, and now our children, absolutely celebrate. And there's some true icons in this room. But like I said, Sir Clive Lloyd, I'm going home right now. It doesn't get better than that.
Absolutely. And I think we continue to pioneer, right? Our parents pioneered. You're pioneering in terms of achieving such a great position as a representative of not necessarily our society, but also for equal rights. You know.
I will never be as pioneering as my parents. They upped sticks and left India and Kenya, came to a brand new country with no money in the bank, no money in their pocket, and they forged a life so that people like you and I can carry on. It gets harder for our children because they don't have that same drive necessarily. I've tried my best, to be somebody and make a difference, as have you. I'm proud that if I made a small difference in somebody's life, then brilliant.
Fantastic, Raj. Good to meet you. Have a good night. Yeah.
Naveen?
All the best. Right, so it's so fantastic. I was really looking forward to meeting Naveen, actually, because I'm playing this album over and over again. I really love it. It's a fantastic album that you produced with some wonderful people like Sanatan Kaur, and you've also got Dharan on there. Yeah. You've also got Q Ratan on there as well. Congratulations for doing such a fantastic job on that.
Thank you so much. It was incredible to be part of. And, I love that we managed to make learning about religion and Sikh culture fun and accessible to young kids of all over the world.
Now, I did hear, I was listening to an interview, I think you were on, and there were lots of other interviews as well, that initially you started off doing a children's thing, and then you thought, actually, do you know what, it could also expand itself to a wider set of listeners, because there's for adults and children alone, they can listen to this, can't they?
That's right, and it's done in a format where even if you're not from that faith, you can learn about it and appreciate it. And, the appeal is universal. Music is universal, so that's why I was brought into the project, and I'm extremely grateful. And I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. I think people are really connecting with it, so it's wonderful.
And I encourage everyone to go and buy it on iTunes. It's an incredible album, and wonderful to see My Best Friend. It's a fantastic piece of work. Well done. Lovely to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Dr. Beaton Modi. Don't get confused. This Dr. M, he has created for himself to disassociate himself from all the Modis. Because Modi is a great family and there are many brothers, cousins and everyone. So one day he was walking with me on the beach. He came up with a brilliant idea. He says, GP, how I can be different to the others? He said, very simple. Make it Dr. M. And from that day, he started putting all the posters everywhere. And now I start seeing him here also with Dr. M. So let's give a good hand for all that he has been doing. I can tell you, he is a great entrepreneur, he is a creator, and he believes in everything global. Now, there is an unfortunate thing, he is competing with Trump. Trump doesn't want globalization, he wants globalization. So we have to watch and see if Modi is winning, not Modi, sorry, Dr. M is winning or Trump is winning. But I am personally convinced with globalization. So as I have to leave, and I only came to wish him and congratulate him for all his glory, and I understand he has now started to go into film productions. He had 3-4 great successes. He started thinking, what is the success of GP? He realized that we started with Bollywood. I had 1400 titles, and you won't believe, none of them was a flop, and all of them were success.
Dr. M.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this show. We've had an opportunity to meet lots of lovely people and also have a look at the event as well. We thank everyone's time and effort, the organisers, for their chance to bring and showcase, and also give us an invitation to come along and really see some wonderful people in terms of what they're doing. Brilliant performances, fantastic interviews with up-and-coming people and those that are already there. And hopefully it's inspired you to become an icon for the future as well. Thank you so much.